My name is Daniel Wu, and welcome to this week's Video Insight. In this video, I would like to talk about using Bayes' theorem to update your beliefs in an investment context. Bayes' theorem is a formula for determining the conditional probability of an event and provides a structured way of revising existing forecasts or hypotheses given new evidence. Bayesian probability is widely used in disciplines where hard evidence can be readily collected, that is, where a hypothesis can be tested using a controlled, repeatable experiment. A common application of Bayes' theorem is to determine the accuracy of cancer screening results by taking into consideration how likely a given person is to have the cancer and the general accuracy of the test. Now, as value investors, we rarely have the luxury of gathering hard evidence through repeated observations in a controlled environment. Information that moves share prices or intrinsic values tend to be unique evidence that cannot be controlled or repeated. Bayes' theorem, however, can still form a powerful framework under which we can intuitively update our hypotheses for this type of soft evidence. The theorem itself has four components. 1. The base rate, or the prior probability that the hypothesis is true. 2. The true positive rate, or the probability of the evidence given the hypothesis is true. 3. The false positive rate, or the probability of the evidence given the hypothesis is false. And 4. The posterior probability, or the updated probability that the hypothesis is true, given the new evidence. Now, the reason Bayes' theorem is useful, even for updating qualitative forecasts, is because the human brain is not adapted to thinking probabilistically, and even an intuitive application of Bayes can minimize the risk of overreacting to new qualitative market information. For example, heading into the Q2 earnings season, the Montgomery global team had a view that the US brick-and-mortar retail sector was likely to underperform expectations, given the existing evidence of accelerating e-commerce growth, tepid retail growth, rampant discounting, and consumers' shift towards buying experiences rather than goods. As each retailer's results came out, the team followed a Bayesian process to continuously test our retail hypothesis. The read-throughs from each result suggested that our hypothesis for the luxury retail segment remained intact, but led us to reject the hypothesis for several specific names, particularly in light of the divergence between market and consensus expectations. This process ultimately led us to initiate a profitable short position against a luxury retailer prior to their results announcement, and to hold on to an adjacent long position that ended up beating consensus expectations and posting a large gain. And that's all for this week's Video Insight. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.